So to put the siding up, if you're going to do it yourself, you got to do a few extra steps. So one thing I did, I figured out I would block the bottom of it where I want the siding to be. So I kind of put these blocks in there so the siding can kind of rest on those. I also put some blocks here so I can keep the siding square against the edge of the corner. And then up here I notched the siding so that it'll fit around that 2x4. So we'll give this a shot. What I want to do is I want to mark that side and cut it off. Easier to cut it before installing it. Okay, so now it's time to remove the 2x4 in the threshold area. That's one dull blade. Okay, nail the doorposts, the east wall, apex, did that, cut the thresholds. This is what I have yet to do. Next is the east wall with the fake T111. I call it T111, but it's LP siding. Okay, so I've got the side wall ready to install, and you can see that it's a little bit too tall. So what I have to do is, I've cut it to the right length, but I need to notch it so that it'll fit up into those 2x4s. So what I'm going to do is mark the roof rafters on the siding, and I'm going to butt it up against the wall as far as I can, and simply take a straight edge and mark it on both sides. So I block the bottom so I can rest the siding on the blocking so it's at the right level when I nail it in. So you can see how the spacing is. Every little groove is 8 inches, so that means we're right on schedule for being 16 inch on center. And this is a 32 inch wide wall, which means that this wall is perfectly placed. Now it's time to attach the wall to the studs. So I've got this sidewall done, and I notched it. All that'll be covered by the fascia, and it actually came out pretty good. And on the doorway here, what I did was I didn't want to waste another full sheet of siding, so what I did was I took some offcuts that I had and just did this little strip here, and I did this strip next to the right of the doorway, and this will all be covered by fascia, by trim, so I'm not too worried about it, but I'm okay with that if I'm saving $60 on siding. And this piece here was an excess from when I built this wall here. So sometimes it makes sense to take shortcuts, and that's what I'm doing here. So I've got this strapped up here attached with a screw down here and a clamp up here. And I've drawn a mark down that roof rafter here of where to make the cut. And then I'll be pretty close to being done with the siding. The only part I'll have left after that is this doorway here. And I think I'm going to use fascia on the side for trim. I'll put a small little piece of siding down here, which I have. I have a little bit left over. And I'll put a short one up here. And then I'll do the roof, and then I'll do the fascia. And it's coming along, not super fast, but kind of taking a leisurely pace since I do work 40 to 45 hours a week. I'm not in a real big hurry, so it's kind of a hobby for me, so I'm kind of taking my time doing it right. Well, the rain's kind of put a damper on some of the progress for this weekend. It's been nice for the last few weeks, and then Saturday and Sunday is predicted rain. But let me show you where I'm at. I went ahead and put the fascia boards on the side. There's really no room for siding. I'll have another strip of fascia board right across here. I put in the blocks where I will, so it allows me to install some fascia board on the bottom, and then there'll be some on the front. And all the roof rafters are installed. I also have to put some trim around that vent. There. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I didn't have 2 full sheets of plywood to do the roof without a seam, which doesn't bother me really. So I'm going to take this 4x8 sheet of plywood that I bought at the Restore Center last year for $15. It's AC plywood, and it'll work just fine for the roof sheathing. And so the measurement is 36.5 inches wide. That's how wide the roof is. So I measured what the I guess the setback is 5 inches for the blade to the edge of the guard, or the sole plate there. So I clamped these on at 5 inches, and that should work well for a straight edge. So I'll do that twice with this board, and that will give me another board, I believe, big enough to do the remaining portion of the roof. So let's see what happens. So I got the roof sheathing on, and everything trued up pretty good. Everything's pretty square, pretty accurate. Can't get it perfect. Ready for some roofing paper up here, and then the shingles. Well, actually I'll do the fascia first. Anyway, it's coming along pretty good. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.